All right, guys. So, welcome to this session. This is a market recap session, just taking a look at the trades that were able to play out today, and also just having a strategy session whereby I'm explaining to you how exactly the BMM scanners work and how do we use them. Okay. So, first things first, guys, as you know, we are on our free festive, whereby we're giving you access to these scanners for absolutely for free. You get into our BMM inner circle for absolutely free, just for you to be able just to come and check out what we are actually doing. But for you to be able to get access to this you're doing this for only 100 people for 1 month, absolutely free, no charges, no anything. But in order for you, here's the catch, guys. I like saying, yeah, I like saying this. Here's the catch, okay? You have to use the broker that you're using to trade, okay? And the second thing is you have to have a real account to come and trade with us on our inner circle. So when you take a look at that, it's a very fair deal. And what you're supposed to be doing, guys, is just follow this step. First things first is you just want to go. I'm going to be dropping the link. If you don't have if you want to get access to, if you want to join our inner circle community, I'll just drop for you the link. Let me show you for the broker that you're using. And guys, even without this broker is such an amazing broker. A lot of people have been able to use it. And 74, a lot of people are using it and they can be able to see the value of it. You're able to be given a leverage of 1:2,000. Let me first share with you the link that I'm talking about before we actually get there. All right, guys, so you have to use this specific link. Okay, so let me just share it on the charts. Okay, this is if you're interested in getting access to all our services. Okay, so what you want to do is register, right? Register with that link, get your account, and let me show you what exactly you're able to get on this broker. It has a leverage of 1:5, it has a leverage of 1. For example, if you come here on the account section, you come here and you can just be able to open what is it called, a booster account here. So if you're able to take a look at these accounts, they have a leverage of up to 1:2,000. Okay, you can be able to get access to a zero spreads account, okay, here, which is also a cent account, leverage of 1:1,000. Okay, we need to have an MT5. An ECN account, you get leverage of 1:2,000, zero spreads, zero pip spreads, as you can be able to see there. And then we can be able to see here a bonus account, 1:500. You have a standard account, it has a leverage of 1:2,000. So some of you guys may not understand the importance of leverage, and I would like to explain to you here the importance of leverage. You see, with leverage, if you have, for example, a trading account, let's say you have a $100. Actually, let's even say you have a $10 trading account. With $10 and you have a leverage of 1:2,000, okay, it means that this one, you have the capability of taking a trade with a lot size that is equivalent to a $200 account. If you have $100, it means that you can be able to take a trade with a lot size. It's like you have uh, let me check who this guy is so that I can kick his ass out of this call. I really want to know who is this guy. Let me first not switch off the annotation. Just give me a minute, guys. I figure out who the hell this ninja is. You're very lucky, my friend. All right. So with 1:2,000, it means that you can be able to do what? You can be able to take a lot size like that. So that's an advantage of the lot size. Okay. So real quick, guys, what happened today's market? Just a quick one for those people who are joining us. Actually, this is a privilege call, guys. We have our inner circle guys here. This is a VIP call, but we've been able just to help you understand how to get in. So after you've been able to register on the broker, what you'll need to do is you need to send a screenshot to the phone number here. Okay. You need to have a deposit of from $50 and above. Okay, from $50 and above, you just send a screenshot to our BMM support number. Let me take a look. Let me write for you the BMM support number. Let me just finish the first part of how to get access to how to get into our inner circle. It's free, man. Like, all you just need to do is get the broker that you're using. And hey, guys, I will not hide anything. The reason why I want you to use the broker that you're using is for us to give you, we usually charge for, let me first drop the number here. Let me first drop the number for the BMM support so that I can explain to you why we need you to use the broker that we are promoting so that you can be able to join into our community. All right. So if you feel comfortable, if you feel it makes sense, you can be part of it. If you don't feel it makes sense, no problem at all. Okay, plus 254 plus 254 766, not 66 but 65 70 28. That's our BMM support number. After you've registered your account, after you've deposited, just send a screenshot with your account. Make sure you use the link that I've dropped here on the charts. All right. If you're seeing these videos as a replay, just make sure you register on the link on the description. It will be on YouTube. Okay. On the description. So send your screenshot on this number that you've been able to drop here, and then they'll be able to give you access to the BMM scanners. Okay. Here, they'll be able to give you access to these scanners. After giving you access to this scanner, what they'll be able to do also is they will be able to add you into our BMM inner circle community. Let me show you the BMM inner circle community that I'm talking about. They'll be able to add you into this particular community here, okay, on this BMM inner circle community. So here we'll be able to be getting Zoom calls like these updates, and we'll be able to be having live trading sessions. Did it today? Your team is someone is saying, Kenny, did it today? Your team is very responsive. Thank you. Yes, we're here to make sure that you guys are great. So I was explaining to you why we want you to use the broker, that broker. First of all, that broker is marvelous. Has anyone used Valetax without even being given anything else? Has anyone used Valetax? Maybe you can drop your review below. That broker is awesome. A leverage of 1 is to 2,000, and crazy, you get a zero spread EC. An ECN account is an account that is connecting you direct to the market. No debate about that. You can be able to deposit and withdraw with M-Pesa. Super, super amazing. But also the reason I want you to use the broker that we are promoting is because when you use the broker, you're able to support BMM. Anytime you trade, what will happen is BMM will be able to get what we call rebates. So we've decided, instead of us charging you for the BMM scanners, because the BMM scanners, guys, if we go, let me go back to our website here. If you go to our website here on the BMM scanners, to get inside, you need to pay $99. Okay, we need to pay $99. So we have decided, other than you paying $99, why don't you do this? We give you back that money. You take that money, deposit it into your trading account. That trading account is supposed to be a Valetax trading account that is actually attached to BMM. Then what we do is, instead of you paying the $99, we waiver. All right. So you're getting into the inner circle for absolutely free. So now you have your trading capital that you're actually using to start trading. Then we help you with the tools. We give you the tools that you'll get if you would have paid the $99. And our goal is to make sure that with that $99, we help you scale. Okay. Maybe it's $100. We help you scale that $100 in your first 30 days into at least $1,000, $500, based on how disciplined you'll be. So that is how the framework is working. So let's take a look at today's trades and how the scanners are working and how could you have performed if you are in the inner circle. So our first trade of the day will be looking at gold, and I'll be sharing with you how exactly you need to use the scanner. Definitely, you just don't. What I usually tell people, guys, first of all, the time frame that we are using is the 3 minutes time frame. Okay, reason is because we're actually looking at two things. We are looking at volume. What time is volume coming in? And most of the time, volume usually comes in during New York session. So the reason you're seeing me putting this scanner here is because this particular time here, this is during New York session that is actually starting. And this is where we want to execute our trades. We don't have any business with the market, so we don't want to get into the trades and get out of the trades. But the question is, our buyers here with the scanner is sells. What do we mean by buyers? Buyers is the direction that the scanner has already told you that that pair will go. So the only thing that you'll be looking for here, you'll not be looking for buys, okay? Because if we switch on my other scanner, this shows you other areas whereby price came. So this buy came from here, and the moment you've been able to get this sell, it means that the momentum for this buy is actually ending. Right, let me show you. The momentum for this buy is actually ending, and what we are getting here is a sell signal signifying that this buy trend is actually over, and what we can be able to wait for, or what we can be able to anticipate, is sells coming in. And that is why this signal has been shared here. And you can be able to see, guys, the last three signals that have been able to be shared with this tool have actually been very, very accurate. You can be able to see the first signal was there, which was a buy. Now the first signal was actually how many signals? The last 1, 2, 3, 4 signals. They are very accurate. The first signal was here, it was a buy. The second signal was here, it was a sell. The third signal was here, it was a buy. And this was the fourth signal, it was a sell. So if you're taking all these trade ideas, you could be having already 1, 2, 3 wins, and now anticipating your fourth win if you're actually trading gold. I don't trade gold, guys, but I'm just going to be sharing with you an example of today's gold idea and how you could actually execute it. So for example, now you've been able to come into the market and you've been able to see the scanner has actually told you to get into a sell. What do? The first thing that you want to do, guys, is you want to come and you want to identify your key areas of interest. What do I mean by key areas of interest? Key areas of interest is what I call support and resistance areas. And how do you confirm that an area is actually a key area of interest? Is when you draw a line and when you get into the left, you want to make sure that that zone has actually been tested and retested several times. All right. So if we take a look at where our sell is given and we come into and we go on the left here, we can be able to see several things already. Okay. So the first thing that you can be able to see here is we can be able to see that price was able to come push at this zone. It was able to come here, respect it. After respecting it, price was able to push up, and then price was able to drop all the way down. All right. After price was able to drop all the way down, you can be able to see there is nowhere else price was able to interact with this zone again until price came back to this particular area. And when price came back to this area, you can be able to see anytime price touches it, we can be able to see as a reaction. Price broke it to the above, it came back, tested it here, pulled up, came back, tested it here, and now price is back at this particular zone. So if price is back at this particular zone, what do we expect? Okay, we can expect two things to happen. Either price will push above and continue moving up, or price will push below and continue moving down. All right. So what will So what will happen is, if we take a look at this particular area, now we want to be biased, okay? We want to be selfish with one direction. So we will not be looking at this buy here unless price bounces from this particular area here, okay? That is exact analysis that we did. And this is the exact strategy that I've actually taught some of the guys in the inner circle, and they trade with this strategy alone and they make crazy amount of money. Okay, so here what you can be able to look at is, we'll be waiting for price to do something. We'll just be waiting for price to do what? We'll be waiting for price to break this zone, and when price breaks that zone, we'll be waiting to get into the short position. So why don't you get, the question is, someone may ask me, hey Dennis, BMM, why would you not just get into the sell immediately you've been given to the sell? Because there's one thing that usually happens with gold most of the time. It is always very, very important to wait for confirmation of areas. And I want to show you what will happen. Let's assume person A came and got into that sell immediately it was shared. This is person A. This is what would have happened to them. Gold will have reversed. Okay, you can be able to see gold will have reversed and it will have hit their stop loss. All right, that is person A. But person B, they were patient and they were following what I'm telling them. So gold has been able to come, it is telling us to sell, and they were just a little bit patient. All right, they were just a little bit patient for gold to come and break this particular zone. So what happened here today is, you can be able to see we had gold coming back, coming down, and let's see, when did it break the zone? Can be able to see, I think that is when gold broke the zone, and person B was able to come and execute that trade from where gold was able to break. So what are the targets that you're looking like? Okay, what are the targets that you're not looking all the way here? These are areas whereby you can be able, most of the time when you'll be trading live, you'll be seeing anytime prices comes and taps these zones, they usually a reaction. Okay, so these are areas that you can be looking to target. We are only looking to have a take profit one as the target. Okay, and sometimes this is what I usually do. Just put your target here, and then your stop loss, just make sure where your stop loss will get in, where you'll see a 1:2. Okay, you'll be targeting your first take profit one there. So this will be a risk to reward of 1:2 if you get into your trade there. And today, if you could have gotten into the trade, you can be able to see gold. What happened? It dropped and hit the first target, right? So this already, you could have closed your trade. And guys, sometimes for me, the reason with gold, I don't like gold, is because of these pullbacks that it usually happens. But no problem, you can be able to see what happened. Gold was able to come again, pull back the way it just pulls back, and continued all the way, hitting all our targets. So if you are holding gold today, what could have happened is, you could have hit your take profit one and take profit two, which this could be a risk to reward of 1:2. All right, this could be, let's write it here, not at 1:2, an RR, which means risk to reward of 1:2. And hope I'm recording this session. Oh, yes. Okay, this will be a risk to reward of 1:4, guys. All right, you can imagine getting all this information for free. Risk to reward of 1:4. Okay, so what does this mean, guys? It means if you are risking $10, if you are risking $10, okay, if you are risking, let's put it there, if you are risking $10, it means that you'll have made how many dollars? $40 on today's trade. All right. If you are risking $10, you'll have made $40. And you have been able to see how accurate is this system. Okay. So if we go back again, we had a buy that was shared here. What exactly do you do on the buy? Okay. What do you do on the buy? The same concept. Let's see. Let's see, where was the buy shared? The buy was shared here. Okay. So if this is where the buy was shared, the same concept. This is what you just don't dive into the buy immediately. The scanner has given the buy. Okay, just go to the left. This is where the buy is. Just go to the left. Try and figure out if there are some areas of interest. Okay, try and figure out if there are some areas of interest that price actually respected. Okay, and for me here already, I can be able to see, like, to be honest, this is quite an area of interest that I will look at, because reason number one is because I can be able to see price was able to be pushed way down when it came there. So when it comes here, I'm expecting price to do two things. Price either drops from below, either drops, or price breaks and pushes up. So if we have those two ideas, okay, what do? We have our scanner that is giving our buyers. So if we have our scanner that is giving our buyers, what I'll be looking for is, I'll just be waiting for a clean breakout of that particular area. Okay, a clean breakout of that particular area. I can be able to see a clean breakout of that particular area, and then we can be able to take a look at our stop loss, all right? And then we can be able to take a look at our target. At least we put this on our target there, and then our 1:2. Okay, that is how we use this scanner, guys. That is how we use this scanner. Okay, let's see. Pushed, pushed, pushed. Will it hit the target there? No, it did not hit the target. So for example, if that trade pushes all the way up to like this particular area and you get a sell signal, guys, it is very important to just close that trade, because now this is significant. This is showing that, you know what, this move has pushed up and this other move is coming. Okay, so you don't want to lose your trades. So do you have a question on do you have a question? What is the best time frame for executing trades and analyzing trades? I'm going to be getting into that. Any question? Best unit. What do you mean by unit? Unit are for houses. Do you mean pairs? Okay.
Mabu,
Yes.
before it hit the take profit one, is there you can check the confirmation candle whereby it will not hit the take profit one before it traces back to sell.
Come up again.
What I'm saying,
Mm-hmm.
as it was taken buys, then it does not take. Is it that was take profit one?
This one here.
Is that confirmed? Yeah, they are there.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a confirmation to illustrate that it's there? Is there a confirmation to illustrate that that the take profit one is not yet it, so that it can give the signal of sell?
Is there a what? I'm not getting that.
Is there a confirmation candle
Mm.
that can signal you that it has not yet eaten the take profit one, so that it can signal you that it's going to sell, or you just use the trend line?
No, okay. If you want to look for a confirmation of a sell, is you see it as hit take profit one there, right? So if you're getting in, if either there is a sell that is to come, you see this will give you a sell, the scanner itself, right? I don't know if I'm answering your question.
Yeah, I can notice.
The scanner itself will give you a sell, so that will be a, it will tell you, hey, it will tell you, hey, you know what, price, the trend is reversing. Okay, it will tell you that the trend is actually reversing. Okay, so guys, that was on gold. The reason I started with gold is because most of you guys are chained on gold, and this is one reason that you guys are chained on gold, and this is why gold will never make you money. Okay, and this is why most of you guys are actually stuck on gold, and you'll never move from gold, and you'll keep on losing, and you'll keep on losing. I want to share with you a strategy that when I realized, I want you to do an assignment, guys. I want you to go and take a look at your P&L. P&L means your profit and loss. Do justice to yourself. Go and take your MT5 account. Go and take a look at gold and see all those trades that you've been taking for gold, if they have been making you money or making you lose money. For me personally, that's what I did. I went and took my account and I saw anytime I was trading gold, I was actually losing the amount of money that I was making. And I removed gold out of my pattern. And I'm going to tell you why most of us influencers, us traders, we want you to trade gold. It's because gold has the highest paid rebates. For those people who do not understand what rebates are, let's say, for example, the way you're opening an account with Valetax, what will happen is when you take a trade at Valetax, you lose or you win, there is an amount that Valetax will pay me. All right. So that amount is what is called a rebate. Those are rebates. So gold has the highest paid rebates per lot traded. So most traders, most influencers, no matter how gold misbehaves, they'll always tell you trade gold, trade gold, trade gold, trade gold, trade gold, trade gold, trade gold. They don't care if you're winning with gold. They don't care if you're losing with gold. All they want you to do is trade gold so that they can make that money from the rebates. For me, it's a total different story. I want, as I'm making money, you're also making money. I want you to stop trading gold. I want you to share with you my personal strategy that took me from being broke and took me to become a successful trader. Guys, if you're ready for me to drop that strategy for you, drop a 777. If you're ready for us to get into that strategy, drop a 7, guys. If you're ready to hear that strategy that will actually help you, drop a 77777. All right. And also the best pairs that you can actually trade. So I am seeing a comment here by Albert. Samoabo, Mimi, I really wish like to meet you. I really need you to train me kindly. Albert, there is no difference of me training you physically and training you the way I'm training you here right now. If you cannot understand what I'm training you, like ideally it doesn't make sense, to be honest. Like, do you want me to meet up with you? We sit down, I show you, like, or what do you mean? Maybe I'm misunderstanding you. Albert, maybe I'm misunderstanding you. If you have the old version one, this is a total different scanner from that one. Okay. This is a golden opportunity, Albert. Other than you paying attention and really listening to, because here it is unfiltered. This is what we usually do with our VIP community, guys. All right. Meeting up with me physically, I don't think you'll be able to even afford paying me so that I can coach you. And that's why I usually don't do those personal coachings because, anyway, let's not dive into that. Let's focus. Okay. Let's focus. Let's focus. I'm already sharing with you a strategy here. And if you cannot learn from this, then I don't think you can be able to learn from any other way that I'm going to teach. So guys, what are the best pairs to trade? Okay. How can we get the version 2 of the scanner? I already said at the beginning of this call, what you need to do is register with Valtex. I dropped the link. Maybe you guys, most of you guys are asking these questions. I'm sure you guys are latecomers. I am sure you've came late on the call. So when you come late, you miss. First things is step one, register, have a Valtex account if you want to get this premium. After that, after you've registered, go and fund your Valtex account from $50 and above because we are not giving you these scanners and we are not teaching you to go and trade on a demo account. These are strategies that we know they are working and we want people who are seriously wanting to make money. We don't want to give our scanners to people who are going to trade on a demo account. Okay. I don't want to be doing live trading sessions like the one I did today on someone who is live trading on a demo account. I want you to take trades on a real account so that you can make real money and withdraw real money. Okay, so go open a Valetax trading account. After you've opened a Valetax trading account, go and deposit from $50 and above. Come send a message to this number. This is BMM support. Tell them that you've been able to deposit and they'll be able to ask you for your TradingView username, some details, and they'll be able to add this scanner onto your TradingView. So when you have it now, you can be able to get access to the premium version of our scanner. They will also add you on our BMM inner circle community. Okay, that is what you need to do. So guys, I want to share with you two pairs that you have been trading without losses. Losses that you experience are only like once in a very long time. Okay, and this is what we call indices. When you talk about volatility, indices are very volatile than even gold. And the good thing also about trading indices is you can predict when they will move. For gold, it can move anytime. It can move New York session, it can move Asian session, it can move London session, it can move any session. But US 30 and NASDAQ will go back and you'll be able to see they always move during particular session and not only at a particular session, but at a particular time. So when you have this information now, it is very easy to predict. Now, the problem that you are left with is which direction will it move? You already know it will move at a particular time. You already know it will move at a particular session. Now, what we are left to figure out is what direction will it actually move? And that is where the BMM scanner comes in and the BMM live trading session comes in and the BMM analysis comes in. So let's first dive into my favorite pair that has made me millions in this trading industry, which I usually call US 30. It can be called Dow Jones. So with Dow Jones, you want to start with some basic principles that you want to understand with it. So the first thing is it will always move. Okay? It will always move during New York Open or New York Stock. Let's put it New York Open. So with New York Open, we have two particular times. Okay. So I am in Kenya, so I'll be using East African time. Okay. So if we don't have daylight saving, this happens during 4:30. Okay, 4:30 afternoon, 4:30 jioni. Someone tell me, is that PM or AM? 4:30 jioni, that is PM or AM? PM. Great. Okay, it will move either when we don't have daylight saving, it will move during 4:30. When we have daylight saving, it will move during 5:30 p.m. Okay, so now you've been able to know that, hey, you know what? These two pairs that you're trading, there is a particular time. This pair that I am trading here, there is a particular time that it actually does what? That it actually moves. So what do I want to do now? I want to look and come and capture this move when it is happening. Okay? And now that brings us to our second concept. Our second concept is trading with volume. Okay. So what happens during this particular session at 4:30 or 5:30? Right now it's 5:30 p.m. So that is when volume is coming in. So it's either price will shoot more than 100 pips below, or price will shoot more than 100 pips above. And now our work is to predict or to capture these moves. And these moves will be happening straight like that arrow. It will be happening, it's like you're trading news. There is no moving, there is no consolidating like this when you're moving up. No. There is no consolidating, there is no consolidating when you're moving down. No. We are talking about guys, we are talking about a breakout and a crazy move. We are talking about a breakout from below and a crazy move. We are not talking about any consolidations. And these are the moves that we want to capture. Okay, first thing to remember is US30 as a pair. Second thing to remember is we are trading with volume. Third thing to remember is 4:30 daylight saving when there's no daylight saving time, and 5:30 when there's daylight saving time. Then time frame to do our analysis. Time frame. And this is where now this beats 90% of what you've been able to be taught. Okay? Because on the time frame, remember, we are leveraging volume. So we don't need to go to the higher time frames, my friends. We only use 2 time frames. Okay? 2 time frames. And these are the time frames that I usually use. I usually use the 3 minutes time frame. Okay? The 3 minutes time frame, marking my what? My zones. Marking my zones. And then, what other time frame, guys? 1 minute time frame. I use this 1 minute time frame for what? My entries. All right. Are we together there? Up to there, are we together? All right. Drop a 1 if you're together up to there. Yeah. Drop a 1 if you're together up to there. Take note, take note. Don't worry. This thing is being recorded, so I'll be able to drop it on the group so that you can be able to watch it on your spare time. Okay. Okay. So it's 4:30 or 5:30. When there is daylight saving time, is 5:30. When there is no daylight saving time, it's 4:30. We're looking to trade with volume. Okay. time frame that you are looking are the 3 minutes time frame, where you're marking your zones with the 3 minutes time frame, and then the 1 minute time frame you're looking at getting into your entries. Okay, then there's one thing that you want to have, which is a very, very important thing, which is our bias. Our bias means that our market direction. What will we be looking at doing? Okay, our bias. What will we be looking at doing? And my bias is given by my BMM scanners. Okay, this is what gives me my bias. Either will I be looking to buy or will I be looking to sell? Okay, so with that information, let's make people feel, FOMO. Just take, let me take this image and post it on the group. And I want to write there our free training. Excuse me. I want you guys to have that image there. Okay, so let's get into the practical example. How do we do this? Okay, how do we do this? So for our backtesting session, I will come here and let me add an indicator. Let me add an indicator here, like algo session. That will help me show, this one will guide me to show me my, I only need London and New York. I'm actually interested in New York only, not even London. So I'll just switch all those off and we'll be left with London and New York. But guys, let me tell you, I'm not even interested in London. I'm only interested with New York only. Okay, so I want it to mark for me during New York. Okay, and guys, let me switch off the indicators, and let me even remove all the drawings now, because I want us to focus on something. Okay, can you be able to see something? During New York session is where we are having, this is US 30. During New York session is where we are having moves. Let's delete even this. Okay, I've never done such a training, by the way. This is awesome. I can feel it. During New York session, this is where we get moves. Okay, if you can be able to mark our New York session areas, you can be able to see this was New York session. This was New York session. We had a crazy move. This was New York session. This was New York session. Okay, during this particular time, and it is constant. It does not happen like once. It happens on a daily basis. Every single day, this happens. Okay, take a look at that. Every single day, this happens. Every single day, this happens. Okay, it happens maybe once, like here we had a consolidation, totally fine. But most of the days, this happens. Okay, so majority, now you're studying, you're understanding, okay, this is the pair that I'll be trading. If I'm trading this pair, I can be able to see, okay, during New York session, this is when it usually moves. Now the question is, how can we capture these moves, my friends? How can we capture these moves? Okay, and that's where now we come on our scanners. All right, let's put it on. So remember, we said US 30 will start moving at what particular time? At 5:30. Okay, so what time do you want to come into the market? You want to come into the market at around 515, 520 and do your analysis. Okay, so let's bring in our replay chart here. Okay, we come here, this is 1730, we come here, we want to take a look at it at around, even at around 1720, 1724 there. Okay, we're already in the market. So what are we looking at, guys? What are we looking at in the market? Okay, now we can be able to see that we have a buy signal that has been able to be given here. Okay, so if we have a buy signal, remember we said that we are biased based on our scanner. Okay, so what I'll be looking for here are buy entries until otherwise. And where will I be looking to get into a buy? Here's one thing. The buy trade idea has already played out from this particular zone. We can be able to see it has already been able to hit our take profit one. That's already our target that we were looking at. So this shows me that this is a trend, or it's a trade idea that has already played out and has already hit its target. So most probably what could happen is either a continuation of this trend or we can have a reversal. All right. And I will start looking at my zones. Remember, I always use support and resistance. Guys, I'll just take my zone and pull it to the back. And when I pull it to the back, what I'm looking for is I'm looking for an extra confirmation area where it can prove to me that this truly was an area that was used. And I can be able to confirm, yes, this is an area that was used on 2 previous New York sessions. And when I come here, guys, I can be able to come and see that price was able to come here, reject it, reject it, pushed up, reject it, went up. Okay, price did not interact with it again until price came back at this particular area during New York session. During New York session, you can be able to see price came. This is usually just a manipulation, guys. Respected it and then dropped. Price did not interact with the area again until now, where price is coming back. So we have two ways, two scenarios that will happen here. When 530 opens, we'll have price breaking this zone and pushing up, or we wait for a sell signal for us to continue pushing down. And when we come here, we want to take a look at another zone and another area. So our next area will be this particular zone. Okay, but remember, we cannot get into our sell if we don't have a sell buyers of our scanner. Okay, so but we can be able to confirm that this was a zone that was tested here on that New York session. It was a zone that was respected here. This is a zone that pushed US 30 up here again, and here you can be able to tell that this is a zone that price was able to take a look at this, rejected, rejected, came rejected, came here, rejected, pushed up, rejected, price is coming here. So if price breaks below here, we can be able to prepare ourselves for sells. Are we good up to there? Are you okay, guys? Are you getting value? If you're okay, let me see. Let's see some engagement, guys. If you're okay up to there, drop some fire emojis. If you're okay up to there, drop some fire emojis if we are together, if we are learning something today. Okay. All right, good. Good. I can see we are together. I can see we are together. All right. So let's take a look at what happened today. Okay. Remember, I told you we mark our zones on the 3 minutes time frame. On the 1 minute time frame, we can use the 1 minute time frame to do what? To enter into the trades. Okay. So for example, today what happened? Today we had price Okay, and I want you now to mark this particular area. I want you to take a look and observe what happens exactly at 5:30. Okay, at 5:30, I want you to see what exactly happened. Okay, this is where volume starts doing what? Volume starts kicking in. Okay, so this is 1729. Okay, this is 1730 here. Okay, you can be able to see at 1730, this is where price came on the 1 minute time frame. Price came, broke this particular zone, and you can be able to see already we have what? A sell signal that is coming in. If we come on the 3 minutes time frame, I don't think a sell signal has yet come in. A sell signal has not yet come in. The importance of looking at the 1 minute time frame after you're clear with your zones that you've marked. Okay, so you see now this one, if we're looking at it on the 1 minute time frame, entry will be there, target 1, target 2 out. Okay, put your stop loss, just like 50 pips will be there. Okay, and I want you to observe something. Why have we not jumped into this sell at this particular area immediately the scanner sent the sell? Yes, you can be able to see it has gone well. But guys, we want to be always very, very accurate in our trades that we participate in. We want to have that extra confluence. We want to have that extra confirmation before jumping inside the trade. We want to be like 90% sure that it will go towards the direction that we are looking it to move. That is why the scanner has given me a sell, but I haven't jumped into the sell immediately. I can see a zone that I drew on the 3 minutes time frame. I want that zone at least to be broken. All right. Now we can work with the other zones now as our targets. We can work with these zones as our targets. We can work with these zones as our targets now. Good or good? And let's see what happened. Okay. So it was able to hit our take profit 1, take profit 2, and it was able to go all the way and drop. So this would have been a trade that gave us a 1:3. A 1:3. And have you been able to notice something? It has moved during New York session. That is when it has moved. During this other time, it was consolidating. We are not talking a move like gold that will push up, push down, push up, push down, push up. We are talking about moves that are like news. Take a look at that. Crazy moves. All right, crazy moves. And I want to confirm you this. I want you to see this, because you're not going on just to see that only once, because this is a pattern, my friends. This is a pattern that you're going to be seeing each and every time that you're trading. Okay, it is a pattern. Let's come here on Friday. We had the same thing that happened on Friday. We're going to bring back our thing at 17. We are going to bring it at 1724. That's totally fine. And I want to tell you guys, you can never trade before 1730. Never make that mistake. All right? Never make a mistake of getting into your trade before 1730, because that will be a stop loss. You'll be manipulated. Okay, so what do we have here? Okay, before 1730 has played out, this is how the market looks like. And what will I be looking for? Okay, already I have a sell. Okay, if I have a sell, what I'll be looking for is I will be biased on my cells. Remember, we said we are using the 3 minutes to do what? To mark our zones. And I will mark my zones. Okay, I'll mark a support resistant area. Okay, I'll be able to see that area. And why have I marked this area, my friends? Why have I marked this area is because I can be able to see we have something. I usually tell people this, that the chart will always share with you a past story. Okay, there is a history of this zone. And what's the history? We can be able to see here that when price came here, it rejected it. When price broke above, it came below, it rejected it, it dropped. When price came here, it rejected, it came above, it rejected. So after that, price was able to move all the way. And the only time that price came back to this zone, they had a reaction. So price is giving us a story. It's telling us, okay, this zone, anytime price comes here, there's something that has to happen. Anytime price comes back here, there's something that has to happen. There's something that has to happen. There's something that has to happen. All right. So it has told us now, it has justified that this is a point of interest. Now, the second thing we want to have is our buyers. All right. So we have two areas, we have two zones. Okay. So if we also draw an area here, we can be able to say, okay, if price is able to come during 430, always be open-minded. If it breaks above here, we look for our buys. But if it breaks below this particular zone here, we look for what? We look for our sells. But right now, our buyers are sells. So we'll be more biased on looking for sells. And when you go to the 1 minute time frame, voila, here we go. We have sells. But remember, the sell entry for our signal was here. We do not jump in straight. We always wait for our what? For our zone to be broken. And let's see what happened. This is what happened, guys. This is what happened. You have to be very real with yourself in the market because this will happen. All right. Let's take a look at this, what exactly happened. The first thing that happened is we can be able to see at 1730, we had a spike and then we had price breaking to the low. Definitely, you could have entered that trade there. Let's put our stop loss to 50 pips. 50 pips will be here. 50 pips will be there. Let's assume you entered a little bit down. Okay, because sometimes it's usually not that accurate. And for you, you're anticipating and you're like, okay, this thing has already done the drop. It's gonna maybe go all the way up to here. And guess what? Price comes and does what? And hits your stop loss, my friend. This will happen. It will happen to you. But you know, if you already know what happens with US 30 at 430, there's what we usually call the two chance strategy. The first chance you have entered, everything is correct, it has come, it has hit your stop loss. Always give it a what? A second chance. If the second chance your stop loss is hit again, close your laptop and go. There's always a better day. And my stop loss got hit. And I remember the guys that we were trading with during this day, we were able to get into another trade, right? And what happened is my stop loss was hit again. Have I done anything wrong, guys? No. Will the market drop? Absolutely, it will. Has my stop loss been hit? Yes, it has been hit. And that's what I'll tell you. I'll tell you that. And after my stop loss gets hit, US 30 does what it does the best. This will happen. It will happen to you. It will happen to you. And I can promise you it will happen to you. And it has to happen to you. And the moment you accept these losses and you lose like a champion, that's when you'll start realizing, okay, because you'll only lose this one and then you'll be able to be having other take profits hit 1, 2, 3 continuously. I wanted to show you that aspect. When you have the scanner, it does not mean that now it's 100%. There is no strategy that is 100%. I think this call has really been able to go for a very long time. Okay. How about retracement? US 30 does not retrace. This is not gold. Is it something that can be avoided? What? A stop loss? Are you asking if a stop loss can be avoided? What are you asking if it can be avoided? No. The moment you start avoiding stop losses, you start losing. Stop losses can never be avoided. Spikes will never be avoided. You have to make peace with your SL. When you enter a trade, it either hits your stop loss or goes towards the direction that you're going. That is why you're always a losing trader, because you're always fearing to lose. And the game is you lose to win. You lose to win. And I'm going to give you an example, guys, here. This was a stop loss that we had on Friday, okay? And that stop loss that we had on Friday, on Thursday, we had this buy that came in during 5:30. Let's see. Most of the people who avoid stop losses, they are not following a solid risk management plan. Okay, and I'm going to show you one here. Okay, take a look at the buy. All right, you can be able to see the buy, long position, 50 pips. This is what happened on Thursday. Take profit 1, 2, 3, hit 1, 2, 3, 4. How many take profits was that? Around take profit 6. So on Friday, you lost. On Thursday, you won. Let's go on another day. Seventeen thirty, 17:30, 17:30 is where? 17:30 is here. $17.30. I think that is where 17:30 came in. This is on Wednesday. We took the buys. done. Wednesday 1, Thursday 1. On Tuesday, 1928. Come here on 1730. I think I remember that we had a cell here, that one. Okay. On Monday again, I think this is more than enough. So I want to ask you guys a question. Now, 50 pips is here. Here is even a 1:3. I want to ask you guys a question. The whole week you lost on Friday. How many other days have you lost? How many other days have you lost? Yes, Nasdaq follows the same pattern. The same pattern, Nasdaq. How many other days, if you're following keenly, how many other days have you lost, guys? How many other days have you lost? And this, you're just not doing even deep analysis. Like this trade, I know you could have gotten into this trade there. You guys, you've slept. We lost on Friday. How many other days have we lost? All right. Looks like we should end the call there. None. None. So why should you try? Why should you try to avoid stop losses? Why should you try to avoid stop losses? Because you cannot, you don't know. You don't know. You'll be avoiding a stop loss, and that is the trade that will give you a 1:5. You'll be avoiding a stop losses. You'll be avoiding a stop loss, and that is the trade that will be giving you a 1:3. You'll be avoiding a stop loss, and that is the trade that will be giving you a 1:4. And then now, the moment you realize, okay, all these trades that I'm avoiding, I need now to take a trade, that is the time the trade hits your stop loss. And then when you hit your stop loss now, the next trade that comes in, you're like, okay, I hit my stop loss. Maybe I don't need to take this trade. You don't take that trade. Let me observe. You see it go hit your TP 1, 2, 3, 4. And then what happens is the next day you say, okay, now today's when I'm going to take the trade. It hits your stop loss. And my friend, it messes with your mental psychology. That is when where we'll be able to be talking about psychology. Psychology, guys, for me is very simple. I've given you a plan. It's a strategy that is working. You've tested, you've been able to see it's working. Just take that trade, take those trades as a robot, and don't give a damn of what they happen. Don't be attached. The moment you start at detaching yourself from the expected results that you're actually looking at, which is an expected results of making a certain profits, making a certain money. That is the expectation that you have. The moment you start detaching yourself from that and attaching yourself to the process, this is how it looks like. On Monday, did you start to follow my bias? Yes. Did I wait for 5:30? Yes. Did I enter into the trade? Yes. Did it hit my stop loss or take profit? That's not the process. Let the market do what it needs to do. For me, I am detached from the results. I am only focusing on the process. I will do this for 1 week, and on Friday, that's when I will look at the results. All I need to do is to follow the process. I want to detach myself from the results. And the moment you do that, you start seeing the results coming automatically because you are attached to the process. You're attached to do what you're supposed to do as the trader, and you're not attaching yourself to control the market because you have no control over the market. Hope that makes sense. And that is the parting shot for today's webinar, for today's call. So, guys, that is how we do it on the BMM VIP community, whereby we come and share with you value, I share with you strategies, and you actually learn how you can be able to become a profitable trader. Do this, guys. Go get your Valtex account, register. After you've registered, deposit from $50 to $100. You'll be added to the BMM inner circle, whereby you'll continue getting value like this. We'll be trying every single day at New York session. We actually, I can be able to see Tony here. Tony, do you want to share your experience? I think today, Tony, you made your another $1,000 from the strategy. And
yes, Mabu. Good evening, everyone.
evening, Tony. I can hear you.
Yes, thank you for what you're doing. I hope this call is recorded. This is one of the best video lessons you've done. Very good. I hope it's recorded.
Yeah, this is recorded.
Very good, very good. Guys, I came here as a loser and now I'm a winner. Thanks to Dennis Mobo. Actually, today you have really simplified your strategy. You guys, if you just do whatever he's doing, you succeed. Just that, imagine. I cannot come here like a loser and I'm a winner. Just following these basic rules and I become profitable. Actually, even today, I've decided not to trade gold. I've been trading gold. Actually, I've gone against what he says. Me, I trade gold. I've made $3,000 on gold. Actually, I made $2,000 and I've made another $1,000 today on gold. And I'm doing the same strategy. I mark my zone. When the price goes beyond and the scanner is on sale, like what the gold did today, I entered sale and I made $1,000. So this is a full working system. If you're here to make money and learn, make sure you follow and obey all his rules and regulations. I'm a success story and I'm an ambassador of BMM. BMM works. Thank you, Mr. Bobo.
You're
I don't think
welcome.
I've
You're
anything to
welcome,
say.
Tony.
You have said everything. Very simplified.
You're welcome. You're welcome, man. All right, guys. So let's go digest it for today. Go watch this video. I'm going to upload it on YouTube. Go rewatch it. Go analyze it. Tomorrow, when you're joining on our live trading session, you already know and you've digested everything I've shared with you here. So all you do now is you now come and ride on my confidence now and ride on my shoulder. And now you start, when we take trades, me and you, now you start saying, oh, okay, what this guy is saying actually is real. That's what is happening in the market. And that's the reason why I usually do what? The live trading sessions, guys, is so that you can be able to experience the live market and how it works, right? So that you can be able to have that a little bit of tension, right? So that you can be able to have a little bit of sweating. Now, when you have a little bit of sweating, a little bit of tension, and then you see, oh, okay, this guy is saying we sell, you click the sell, you're sweating, you're doubting, and then you see the thing drops and you're like, oh my goodness. So this works. Aha. Now you're in the game, my friend. Now you are in the game. All right. Free class, man. But I'm telling you, If you could be asked to charge for this, it is priceless, my friends. I'm telling you, it is priceless. This is priceless. And you know what? The sad thing is people take free things for granted. Most of the people will take this thing for granted. But the one person who I'm looking for who will be the next big success story, I know you're here, you're listening, and you're like, you know what? 2026 is my year. Go get it, my friends. Have a blessed night. We meet tomorrow. Okay? I'll stop recording this. Guys, I'll stop recording this. Just make sure you register your account. Make sure you are getting into the system. I want to build a community, right? I want to build a community. Be blessed. I'll see you tomorrow.